Now we are being asked to write this series using sigma or summation notation. Now I have my own way of writing this as a formula, and I like to say for arithmetic series, say the sum as k goes from 1 to the number of terms of parentheses, which are important, dk plus adjust. Now this is kind of an original for me using the word adjust, but let me try and explain what we're dealing with here. We have 5 terms in this series, so we will have the sum as k goes from 1 to 5 of dk. dk for us will be 5k because d is equal to 5. We're adding 5 in this series, plus some number. Now, there are a lot of series where the terms are 5 apart. This representation that we're putting here is not unique. We don't have to have our indices beginning with 1, but it's a lot easier if we do it this way. Now, when we substitute 1 in, 5 times 1 is 5, what number do we need to add to get to 87? Well, the answer to that is 82. And if you substitute in 2, 3, 4, and 5, you will see that we generate this 107 at the end, or all these terms as we should look at it. So what do we have here? The next problem, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terms. So the sum as k goes from 1 to 7 of d. Well, what are we adding here? It looks like we're subtracting 4, so d is negative 4, so dk, negative 4k, plus an adjustment. When you substitute 1 in, you have negative 4 plus 176 will get you to the 172 as the starting point. And that will be the representation of this series. Now let's look at this next one. We have fractions in each term, and there's no common value of d to go from term to term to term. However, we have an arithmetic series up above where you're adding 1, and d is 1 to go from term to term to term. And the same thing down below. d is equal to 1 again. So we can say there are 5 terms, so this is the sum as k goes from 1 to 5 of fraction, and we'll have a dk plus adjust in both the numerator and the denominator. The dk, that would be 1k, well in this case it's just k itself. When you substitute in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you'll just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the numerator. Down below we want 1k plus an adjustment of 7. That way when you substitute in 1, your first denominator will be 8. When you substitute in 5, 5 plus 7, your last denominator will be 12.